This video is from Hola Bonitas on a budget. I have here all of the newest affordable makeup you can find, and I'm gonna let you know what you can skip, what you need to get. So if you want to continue watching and see what my take is on these items before you go out to buy them, then please go ahead and do so. First things first, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out, allows our channel here to continue growing and reach more bonitas who are looking for really good quality products. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off with foundations because we do have two foundations right here that I'm going to be sharing with mis bonitas. All of these items I've been testing out on the daily. I've been really putting them to the test, seeing how they work, seeing how they function. So I have some really good developed thoughts, especially for anybody who's on the hunt for new items, but just wants to make sure that they get the best for their buck. So I'm gonna start off with the one that I've been using the most, and that is Maybelline's Plump and Glow Foundation, which may come to a shock because I do have oily skin. But this foundation, if you are looking for something that is going to look skin-like, that's gonna give you good coverage, that's going to just be the perfect foundation for every day, but also for the evening night out, giving you the most beautiful, beautiful coverage, this is definitely the one for you. I would say though, this is definitely the best for people that do have normal to dry skin. I think you'll get that beautiful like finish from it. I do feel like with somebody with oily skin, you can still enjoy this. You just have to make sure that you prep and set correctly so that it does give you that good wear for longer. I do get dewy after, you know, quite a few hours, but I do just love the finish that throughout the day it gives because it does give a healthy glow. Not a greasy glow, just a healthy glow lit from within. Also, if you are around my complexion, the shade 210 is like the perfect shade, especially for the girls and boys who have like that neutral undertone and you're looking for a true neutral, this is good. One thing I did notice from a lot of drugstore brands last year is that a lot of the colors that claim to be neutral pick up too warm, but this one just really did it. This, I would say, if you're looking for that flawless, just skin-like glow from within finish, I will say this one is definitely one to check out. Next up, we have here the NYX Makeup Wonder Foundation. If you have combination skin, I think this will work the best for you. This does claim to be a semi-matte finish. And when you first apply it, you definitely get a good, nice matte results. Now, I will say something else that comes into consideration with this is that it really depends on how you prep. If you prep with really glowy products, you will see more so of a glow come out through this. If you prep more so with just products that don't give a glow and just truly work for a matte finish, this is going to look nice and matte. I wore it on 2 different occasions. One day with super glowy skincare because I needed that extra hydration. It looked much more glowy. The next day I didn't do that much glowiness and it looked nice and like matte. It didn't look matte and flat, but it definitely gave more so of a matte finish. Now, this on somebody with oily skin will not wear oil free for the entire day. By the end of the day, there is dew on the face. So I would say that for that, you'll definitely need to go in with some blotting sheets and just take care of that and then go with the powder if you're gonna continue wearing it. It still looks very beautiful. It's still very long wearing, but in the beginning of the day and through like the middle of the day, you'll have really beautiful results out of this. I feel like drugstore is really doing their thing with the foundations because I do feel like the Maybelline Plump and Glow and this are great products to pick up. I would say this one, like I said, is more so geared towards the person with combination skin, the person with oily skin, even though just keep in mind you will have to touch it up with super oily skin. But I do think that for normal to combination skin, you will get semi-matte results. So if you do have that type of complexion, you're going to really love this because it will give you that semi-matte finish. Now there are 45 shades in this, which is amazing, but the shade 16 Natural Beige, it's a good winter shade for me right now, but if you're around my complexion, be mindful, it may pick up lighter, so you may want to go a shade up. Now, I have been seeing reviews and just thoughts on the shade range for neutral undertones. If you are around neutral undertone, it's kind of hit or miss. Some of them are too light, some of them are too warm. I do want to go the next shade up, but I'm worried that it's going to be too warm, so I'm going to have to see and play around with it. But if you have any suggestions, or if you have a shade and you're around my complexion that's worked really good for you, share the shade down below. Let's help each other out. So this one in Natural Beige, not horrible. but not like the perfect match how the Maybelline was. If you're somebody that loves a matte finish, wants semi-matte, has normal to combination skin, I think you'll really enjoy this. With oily skin, like super oily skin, you can get away with it. Make sure you just set well and also go in with your blotting sheets and your pressed powder for touch-ups later in the day. I do think that the people that'll probably gravitate to this more is people with like dry to normal skin, maybe even combination, but I definitely do feel like this is more so for my oily skin people, more so for my dry skin people. Both stunning, both very nice, and this is definitely one to check out as well. I do feel like with both of these, they're interchangeable. You can use them for a day, you know, to run errands, to an evening night out where you really want to look the part and, you know, give 2016 glam, because that's what's trending right now. So these are definitely ones that I would recommend. Now, I do want to go on to the next product, which is a makeup tool. Morphe just launched their Butter collection. You guys know Morphe has been doing the damn thing with their collections. Their rebrand they did last year, amazing, and they're continuing that. Now they're launching more brushes. This specific collection had a brush that intrigued a lot of people. This is Morphe's spatula looking brush, which you can see right here. The interesting thing is, you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but the whole spatula application went very viral. And so I feel like they did their take on it with an actual brush. If you're somebody that likes to spread your foundation and really kind of give it that paint brush effect, this is definitely something that you may want to check out. Now, is this the only brush that you're going to be using if you blend out like that? No, you'll want to then go in with either a fluffy brush like this or a makeup sponge, which the Morphe collection does have a makeup sponge that you can use when you are wearing this. But like I said, I think this is a maybe. I don't think it's a skip. I don't think it's an absolutely you need. I think this is a maybe, because I think that for the person who loves to spread out their makeup like this and just really give that spatula effect, and it looks stunning. That's the technique I use today, and I feel like it looks very stunning. But then you do have to go with other tools. I think this will be best also for makeup artists to add to their collection, because this really does give like that airbrush, paintbrush type of effect. So again, this isn't for everybody, but I do think that it's one that you'll definitely want to check out, like a maybe, if you are looking for something niche, like, you know, spreading out your makeup or for your makeup kit. So this is nice. It's great that Morphe took, you know, a viral moment and made it into a reality with their brush. Do I think that a lot of people are going to want to check this out because this may go viral? Probably. I feel like people love like that instant, like, oh my gosh, wow factor. But I don't think this is for everybody. I don't think this is something that if you don't naturally like to, you know, use kind of that paintbrush effect method or like really spread out your foundation like that, I don't think you need to go get this. Okay, now we're gonna move on to concealers. So we have two concealers. We have e.l.f.'s new Soft Glow or Soft Glam concealer that is $5, and we also have Maybelline's Lifter concealer. Now I'm going to talk about e.l.f. Soft Glam concealer because this one has had pretty good reviews. I personally don't think it's my absolute favorite. It doesn't work the best with powders, and I have to go and set with a loose powder or my under eyes will crease. So if you're somebody that has very creasy under eyes and you have to set with powders, I don't think this is the product for you. If you're somebody that doesn't need to do all that, I think you'll really enjoy this. And for $5, you can't beat that. I don't think this has that much product. I also do think this will be great for spot concealing. I think a little spot concealing action could work really well with this if you're more so of a natural makeup wearer. Another recommendation I did receive, if you're somebody that has already purchased it and doesn't like it as concealer, you could always use this to prep your eyelids, you know, as an eyeshadow primer. It could work fantastic for that. So thank you, Evie, for that recommendation, because that is a good point. You could use it as well. They also did have correctors. I didn't purchase them, but there are options with this, and this does retail for $5, which who doesn't love that price point? I will say this shade gives me a lot of good brightness. So if you are somebody that is looking for brightness, I think this will be a good shade for you in the shade 22. It is a very, very lightweight formula, I will say, and it does give more so of a natural result. It's more so buildable. I wouldn't say this is a super full coverage concealer. It is a satin finish. I would say also you want to work quickly with this product, because I do feel like once it dries down, it kind of like sticks to where you leave it. And you just don't want it to separate. I would say this is a maybe. You know, for some this will really work, and then for some it may not work the best. Do I think it's the game changer concealer at the drugstore this year? No, but I do think that because it is so affordable, it has a lot of hype around it. Also, the Soft Glam foundation did fantastic. That is one of my favorite foundations. I just feel like this one is a product that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but if you are, by all means, continue to get it and continue to use it because you can't beat that price. Okay, next up we have the Maybelline Lifter Concealer. This is a full coverage concealer, and this I love. This I think is a great concealer. If you are somebody that's looking, let me make sure I don't. If you're somebody that's looking for really good creamy pigmentation, something that's going to be full coverage, something that's going to lay really nicely on the under eyes and work really well with powders, that's gonna be the concealer for you. It gives great brightness. It has enough creaminess to it, but it also has like this tacky effect to it where I feel like it really grips on the skin and it lasts all day long. And that is something that I think is great. It also does have pretty good hydration in there, you can see, which I think is what makes it work really well with powders, is having something that gives really good hydration like that. So that is something that I would say if you're looking for full coverage results, you're going to really enjoy this concealer. And also a concealer that works well with powders and doesn't feel heavy or look heavy on the under eyes while still being full coverage is really nice. I also think that this applicator is super unique. If you're somebody that's also looking to kind of spot conceal, or let's say you want to really target certain areas and not kind of like, you know, do the most, this is a really nice applicator. It's a little different than what I've seen, but I feel like it's really good for targeting. This is in the shade 60. Now I'm gonna move on to some powder products because I feel like this is going to be the year that a lot of brands move back into powder blushes, powder bronzers, powder highlighters, all the powders. I see it coming. We saw a lot of it moving into the year with drugstore products, but also I'm not sure if you guys have seen, Rare Beauty just is about to launch their powder products, their powder bronzers, and they look stunning. So I'm very excited to check those out. Let me know if you would like to see a review on that. But I'm very, very intrigued to see how those are gonna do, and I do feel like this is going to be a year that moves into powder formulas and also moves into more so of like that soft matte finish. Let's first start off with Milani. So Milani reformulated their bake products, which are some of their most iconic products ever. I feel like everybody, like all the OG beauty lovers, we had these and we love them. Let me know if you had these back in the day. You got them from Walmart. Which one was your favorite shades? I love the Luminoso. That was one of my go-tos. But this time they brought them back better than ever. These are a baked formula, so you want to be very careful with these because if these drop on the ground, it's game over. I do have this in the shade Tuscan Tan and I have it in Dolce Pink. Now, the bronzers, there's 4 shades of them, and when I went to the store, I was like, ooh, those look pretty, but they look really cool looking. They look cool toned. Thank goodness I didn't judge a book by its cover because this, yes, it looks cool tone in here, but this gives such good pigmentation. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this for you. Where do I have room? Right here? Like, look, that gives warmth. It gives warmth. It does not look like it's gonna look like that, but it gives good warmth. And it's what I've been wearing every single day ever since I purchased these. They give such beautiful warmth to the face, especially if you live somewhere where it's cold right now, you're not getting much sun. You want some added warmth to your face. You want to feel like, oh, the sun is gonna come out soon, I'm ready. These do that, and I'm impressed. I would say though, I would like to see more shades. There's only 4 shades, but I would like to see a lot more shades. So I hope that this launch is very successful. I think it will be because Milani really did their thing with this. These are also very silky and smooth. They're very easy to blend. They're not patchy whatsoever. They do give like a pretty like lit from within glow. Like it doesn't look shimmery or anything, but they look very healthy and just like sun-kissed, and I feel like we're all just ready for the sun. If you are around my complexion, Tuscan Tan, I would highly recommend. I say these are an absolute purchase. If you are looking for a new bronzer, definitely recommend trying this out. Do I think that if you have a lot of bronzers or bronzers you love right now and you're still not, you know, you still have a full amount of them, you don't need to buy this yet. But this is something to keep in mind if you are going to be purchasing or needing to purchase the bronzers. Okay, next up, we have the Milani blush. Again, this formula, amazing. I purchased this one in the shade Dolce Pink, and I think this one is beautiful. It can work for everybody, and it just has this like gorgeous, gorgeous, very pigmented tone to it. Like, look at her Dolce pink. Like, she's so pretty, like the perfect pink. Again, she has a little tiny bit of shimmer in there, but it's very, very, very light. It's not something obvious. It also kind of gives like a pretty like reflection where like it kind of like glows. It'll glow just so beautifully in a healthy way, not overdone. So that I think is stunning. Okay, next up for another product, we have here the powder highlighters by e.l.f. These retail for $9 and e.l.f. did it. They did their big one with this one. This is absolutely a great alternative to Rare Beauty. This one is in Prosecco Poppin' and it's been like my go-to. It's so silky. I mean, look at that. Look at that right there. I'll put it right here. Like, it is literally stunning. I haven't been wearing highlighter like that over the last few years, but this has made me start wearing highlighter like every day. You know what? I'm actually missing my highlight right now. So let me go ahead and add it. Yeah, like, look at that. It's such a pretty glow to the face, like a healthy glow. I will say this is something you need in your collection. Like, look how pretty that is. So this is definitely a buy if you are on the hunt for a good highlighter, if you want to start wearing highlighter again. With 2016 makeup trending and just 2016 era trending right now, I wouldn't be surprised if highlighter does make a comeback. I don't think we're ever going to be like glowing to the gods like before, but I do think that it's slowly going to just make an appearance again where there is going to be something like this used consistently. And I do feel like these are just so pretty. Like, they're truly so pretty. And for $9, like, you can't beat that. Okay, now I have another blush that I recently picked up. This one is from Maybelline. This is the Cloudtopia blushes. These, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, these are definitely a must buy. Like, you wanna buy these, you wanna check these out. These will last you forever because a little bit of this Bonitas goes such a long way. It's like a mousse consistency, but what makes these so great is that, like I said, a little bit of this goes a long way. They're very long wearing. I did a wear test on this on my short content. You could also use this on your lips because it's also for the lips. So you could do like a little monochromatic moment and it's going to be absolutely stunning. So this one is in the shade Dreamy Dawn, and like, it is like, I'm wearing this right now. It's like the perfect little pop of pink, or like, yeah, like I feel like on my complexion it gives like a pretty healthy pop of pink. And then I did go in with Dolce pink on top because this is a moussey consistency and this kind of like sets it even more. And I just like, this combination has been so good to me, but these are really good. Pick it up if it's been in your cart or if you've been thinking about it. These are absolutely worth it. Let me swatch this one in Dreamy Dawn. So that is Dreamy Dawn. Like, look how pretty that is. It literally looks like it could be a lipstick. Like, it's so pretty. Okay, now I have one eye product here that I want to talk about. I purchased this e.l.f. Smoky Kohl eyeliner. They're $4. Really nice to do like a wing liner. It lasted all day for me. But if you're looking for an affordable eyeliner that's going to like stain your waterline, let's say you're somebody that likes to wear eyeliner on these waterlines, it's not going to last. So I would say it's a pass for that. But if you wanted to do like a wing or to do like a smoky eyeliner, I think it could work for that. So I will say a maybe, but like more so skip, because I feel like a lot of people, when they look to buy these, it's because they want to put them on their waterline, and I just don't think this is long wearing at all on the waterline. So that's just to keep in mind. Next up, we have here Maybelline's lipsticks that they just launched. They launched two formulas. They launched a matte formula and a satin formula. I'm a bigger fan of the satin formula, which is funny because I am such a like matte girly, but I just, the satin formula, especially in the shade Upstate, if you're looking for a really good like nude lip liner, no. If you're looking for a really good nude lipstick, this right here in the shade, I don't even know where to put it, in the shade Upstate is like the perfect wearable nude. You could wear that on its own with a lip liner. It's going to look so stunning. It's truly just so beautiful. And it's like that OG lipstick consistency where it's creamy. It's not like last the entire day. It'll definitely fade through the day, but it just feels and wears like a true gorgeous lipstick formula. And I mean, like, what's not there to love about that? So this is something that is just really pretty on the lips. It's really nice, and it just gives such a beautiful look to the lips. Now, they also have a matte formula, which is really nice. I just wasn't a fan of this color. Like, it's not bad, but I just didn't think it looked the best on me. So this one is in the shade Maybe It's. And typically I would like something like that. Like, it kind of reminds me of Lolita 2 by Kat Von D, who remembers those lipsticks. I think it's great that Maybelline has two formulas of them. They have matte formula and a satin formula, because we all, you know, have different preferences. Let me know down below in the comment section. Are you more so of a matte lipstick person, or are you more so of a satin lipstick person? Lastly, let's talk about Hard Candy's new peel off lip liners. They came out with their take of the peel off lip liner. These do retail for $7. So these are a very affordable product. There are other lip liner stains on the market that are stunning. They're a little pricier, but you can't beat this price. You can find these at Walmart, and I tried them all. And I have to say, I really like them. They are really good. These are definitely a must buy, bonitas. Like, yesterday I wore it for the entire day. It was nighttime. I was scrubbing off my makeup. It was still on. What I like about it too is that for me, this one, as opposed to other ones I've tried off, truly peels off in one. I feel like sometimes the other ones I have to kind of like peel off in like parts, but this one peels off like all the way off in one, and then peel off the top in one, y lista, vámonos. So if you're looking for a really good lip liner stain, these I would definitely recommend. You can get them from Hard Candy's website or Walmart. $7. And also these, you don't just have to use them as lip liner stains. You could also use them like all over your lips. They give great pigmentation, like really, really great pigmentation. So these have been amazing. I would have to say, if I could recommend one, I would say Rosy Ink. Rosy Ink is that girl. Like, perfect for every day. You just pair it with like a clear gloss, y vámonos. So these are a must buy. So bonitas, that's a roundup speed review of all of the new affordable makeup that I have tested out multiple times, and I really wanted to give you guys some more in-depth tea on these items, especially because I feel like when there's a lot of new stuff, you can be very overwhelmed with all the new stuff, especially at the drugstore. I feel like the beginning of the year is when they really hit the drugstore with a lot of new. So this is just kind of a roundup of products that are new at the drugstore that I'm consistently trying out, that I'm using over and over to kind of give you more and more well-developed thoughts as time goes. A lot of these I do have reviews, like wear tests, also like in-depth tutorials that you guys can check out. I'll link some of them down below. But now I want to know your thoughts. What are you passing on at the drugstore, or what are you really excited to purchase? Because there's a lot of great stuff, and I love interacting with you guys and you guys sharing with me your thoughts on all things beauty. So let me know down below. I hope that this video was super helpful for me, with bonitas on a budget who are looking to buy some new items but don't want to spend on something that may not be worth it. So if you guys are watching videos like this, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out to know exactly what type of content you want to see next on my channel. And also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that we can continue growing esta familia bonita. Thank you so much, and I will be seeing mis bonitas very, very soon for a brand new video. Adios.